So, hi guys, here we are, MMA UK News. Obviously, myself, Stoomboy, as always, for the MMA UK BJJ show. So, talking about Evolution of Combat 9, as we have been for the last week or so. Evolution of Combat 9, as we know, is going to be Saturday, the 11th of September. So, this Saturday coming. It's going to be at the Mary Hill Community Halls. Again, fantastic venue. We've been there for MMA events, obviously jiu-jitsu events or grappling events through Scottish grappling and stuff like that. So again, going to be grappling on the card. There's going to be kickboxing, MMA fights, pro and amateur fights. So there's going to be something there catered for anybody that wants to come along. Tickets available directly from the fighters. And if you can't get them from the fighters, you can get them directly from Evolution of Combat through either their Facebook or Instagram page. So today we're going to be talking with Kevin, the King of the North, McAloon of SBG Moray. So Kevin's going to be up against Magnus Loki Ingvarsson of Reykjavik MMA over in Iceland. So this is for the under 80 kilo interim title. I believe it's currently being held by Harry McKnight. So obviously further down the line, we may see one of these guys up against Harry McKnight at a future Evolution of Combat. So, so Kevin came off an impressive win, absolutely dominant win over Jack Brown. Obviously the fight, Kevin was all over him for the full fight. And then managed to obviously submit him at the end, to come away with a submission victory. So Kevin, obviously we spoke to him after the fight as well. And yeah, he was buzzing. He was absolutely buzzing. I mean, it was a good win. But again, that's something, I mean, Kevin, you have been on a tear as of recent. I mean, and again, it's not an overnight thing for you. I mean, you've been doing this for years.
Yeah, 100%. It's what I do and what I continue to do. So I'm looking forward to getting in. Actually, really excited to get back for Mary Hill Halls. Actually, it's been a while since I've been there, but I've done a few there now. So it's starting to feel like home, and plus, it's good to be back in like so soon after, like you were saying, against Jack. So it's good to be back in, keep the momentum going nice and strong. I was competing 2 days ago. Competed a few weeks before that, and another one, obviously. So yeah, really excited to get in against a good level opponent as well. And thank you very much for the kind words about my performance. That's well appreciated. Congratulations as well to you on your purple belt, by the way.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Yeah, listen, awesome. It's been a long time coming. So
like, you're doing it for life, man. So what's the rush? Like, what's the rush? Like one day all be black belts, and that's it. Like maybe one tag every 3 years if you're still in one piece. Like
yes. But yeah, I mean, as the last Evolution of Combat, obviously over at Morris Equestrian Centre. So obviously you up against Jack Brown. As I said, it was one of them ones. I mean, everybody was looking forward to it because it was going to be the highlight of the night. There was going to be something special happened. I mean, yeah, you pulled off the victory in impressive fashion. So, again, we've never seen anybody dismantle Jack Brown the way you did that night. It's never happened. I mean, anytime you know yourself, you've been on cards with Jack, and you've seen he's very quick. He usually gets his opponents away very, very quickly. But as I say, you just didn't let him do anything at all.
Yeah, like that whole team's on a tear just now. Like the Marcus Nardini guys, even guys Dave Sharp and stuff like that. They're doing good, and like me and Jack, like we said before, been on the same like Grapple Fest card, and I watched them dismantle a guy in like 30 seconds. So you've got to mind your P's and Q's with a guy like Jack. You've got to watch out. Like total respect to him, total sound guy as well. He's good, like what he does, he's good at, and he felt really strong in certain positions. Like I was surprised how strong he felt, like really like good strength in certain positions. Like, but like I've said to you before, like currently I feel mentally the strongest I've ever felt going into matches, physically the strongest, like just doing really good, like mentally, physically. the gym is really busy at the moment as well. There's a good energy in the gym, good vibe. And yeah, like I said as well, it's really good that there's a group of guys coming through, and I was really happy for them. Some of them doing their first competitions at the weekend, getting some good results and things like that. So that just starts to show, and it's a good thing when that's all happening and it's building, and there's another one and another one. It's good energy in the gym just now as well. Aidan Stevens got a match on Cage Warriors at the end of the month too, so it's going to be a busy month. If I wanted to, I could have competed every weekend this month if I wanted to. This obviously came up and things like that as well. So there's awesome stuff happening all the time. It's so good to be being spoiled for choice again for events was amazing, because before Jack I hadn't competed in 10 months, and that's a long time for me, so I'm super enjoying getting back in, staying super active, and I feel really good for it as well.
And one thing, your opponents now, when you look at some of the opponents you're getting, just a couple of names: Ellis Younger, Dylan Dennis, obviously Jack Brown, and now you've got
Dylan Dennis.
Not Dylan Dennis, so Dominic Dillon. Apologies.
Dylan
Listen, bring Dylan Dennis on as well. Do you know what I mean?
Dominic
We're not.
Dennis.
So,
Dennis. Yeah, man.
Dominic Dillon.
That's where you want to be, competing against black belts, doing well. At the end of the day, it's no gi. Try not to think too much about the belt and whatever. These are good guys, but if you want to compete and you want to be the best that you can be, you got to be mixing it with the best guys you can find. I'm really lucky that I'm really so grateful that I managed to do that competition with them, and I feel so at home there when I'm competing. I love competing against good guys that I've got strength. They make you better when you come away, even if you lose that match, and you come away and you feel wow, those guys really taught me something. You win the match as well, it feels amazing. So all the time you got to be switched on, and I love that. It makes me better. Competing again, I don't want to compete against the people that you can beat. You want people who are really, really going to test you. So that's what I'm about.
Yeah, definitely. And as I said, talking about testing you, obviously Magnus Loki Ingvarsson. So obviously potential. Well, obviously you guys, SBG Moray. Obviously John Kavanagh goes over there and trains at Reykjavik MMA. So
there's a link. There's a link. Gunnar Nelson's. Gunnar Nelson trained a lot with Carl Tanswell, who gave me my purple belt. So there's a link there between a lot of the Icelandic kind of guys and one of the guys who we get for seminars. Some of the guys we get for seminars have trained with guys like Gunnar Nelson and stuff like that a lot. So Matt Inman's trained with them a lot. They're absolutely top-notch guys up in Iceland. I think the Mjolnir gym, I think most of them are connected to that. That's one of the biggest gyms in Europe. So it's class. And we train a lot with a guy. Trained a lot with a guy, Martin Aidma. I know we had Martin Aidma for seminars. He was in Gunny's corner, I think, for his fight against Damian Maya. So there's an SBG link all mixed in there as well. But I'm excited to face him. He seems like a good guy. Good MMA background as well, good gym. So that's what I'm about. I'm absolutely up for this one. Really, really buzzing. Yeah,
definitely.
You can probably tell.
Listen, as I said, I spoke to you before and after the Jack Brown one, and obviously we got some words. And one thing I noticed about you is the mentality, because obviously you mentioned that a few times. But obviously, I've been fortunate to see you over the years and grow to where you are at the moment. But the one thing I noticed different was that mentality. You were like, do you know what, Stuart? I'm not here to make up the numbers. Do you know what I mean? I'm here to be the champ. I'm here to be the number one guy.
For sure. I think that's because I've been doing this for a long time now, and it's good fun, but I put so much into this that's what I want. I want that recognition, and that's what hopefully I'll get from beating the caliber of these guys, that's what I will get. You know, I believe in myself 100% that I will win. I'm going to these places. I'm going to get onto Polaris and things like that. I'm going to be back on Grapple Fest. I'm going to be climbing up, getting good guys, beating those guys, and you know, I want that recognition. You know, people who are saying like, oh, you know, connected to Mjolnir or whatever. I want that recognition, more recognition for our gym, and the kind of the caliber of grapplers as well in Scotland as well, like, because you have to go down to England and you want them to be going like, Jesus, like, don't want any
not
of those
these
Scottish
guys again,
like, you don't want any of these guys, man. Like, that's what you want. Like, you know, like I said before, you're not here to, you know, just do well in a small pond. I really want to kind of do well for myself, do well for my gym, inspire all the guys in our gym to, you know, want to do the same. Like, and we've already had that as well with like Shea Montague's come out of our gym, went on and won worlds and things like that. And, you know, everyone knows who Shea is. He's doing awesome just now as well. It's good to see him at the weekend. So, like, that's already there. And I just want to build that even more, if that makes sense, you know. So it's so good. Like, I'm at such a good place. Like, and just really, like, thankful and grateful to be, like, competing again and getting that opportunity against, because, you know, when you're maybe getting at that blue belt level and just getting your purple belt, like, you have to beat whoever's put in front of you at Scottish level, and you've got to do it again and again and again. And I think I did that with, you know, Jack. And I feel like I faced everyone in Scotland that, you know, is at least relevant to me. And that's what I want now. A bit more international, a bit more maybe opponents from England and things like that. I think that's really what I deserve.
Yeah. And there's a lot of good stuff coming up. But obviously, you mentioned Grapple Fest. I know they're currently in the process of putting matches together. Hopefully. Yeah, we've got SGI coming up, obviously, in October, and then again, I believe, in November. So I know that James is currently in the process of putting together some stuff for that.
I know some things. I know some things that I'm not allowed to say, but I think there should be some good stuff, both in October and in November. I think there'll be some exciting things happening in terms of what Scottish Grappling are going to put out. And again, like, shout out to them. Those guys have had me on, like, I think I've been the SGI champ for like 3 years or something. But, like, that's what I'm saying. You know, you build your way up. You've got, especially with grappling, you've got to keep on doing it, keep on beating those guys. Like, probably nobody at the time expected me to win that 4-man tournament. And then nobody expected me to win probably against, like, the next guy, you know. So that's what I like, you know. And that's what all that's happened at Maryhill Halls as well. So that's a good place for me.
Definitely. And then obviously it's been a long journey. I mean, me and you spoke a couple of times now, but anybody you want to shout out to? So any kind of friends or family, any sponsors, anything like that?
Yeah. So, I mean, like this, I'm going to start. My coach, my best pal, Martin Donaldson, is constantly at my back all the time. Martin doesn't get enough recognition for just how smart a coach he is, just how good a coach he is. I think people are going to really see that now. I don't think Martin gets enough recognition, but not only as a coach, but that guy on the mats is a murderer. Like, oh my God, like, you will leave that role and just be like, part of my soul got left there. So, like, Martin, like, and the job he's doing at the gym as well, like, it's just phenomenal. I would go so far as to say here, like, you know, without Martin, like, there wouldn't be this gym wouldn't be what it is. We all owe him, like, a good bit of gratitude. Unreal brown belt. So yeah, all the guys in the gym and stuff like that who are turning up, training, putting in the effort. You know, I've been here in this gym when maybe there was only a couple of guys on the mat. We've had it. You know, where all these guys around are so privileged. Now that I've been in here where we've had the second-hand mats off the judo club, and we've spent time. You know, right, you're going to have to go and put all the mats out, lay them all out before we train. Get here early, guys, so we can put all the mats out. The second-hand mats in the freezing cold in the rented space, like, right, get out, there's another class coming. so it's amazing now that we've got our own gym, and obviously we had it for a few years, top quality kind of establishment. So yeah, for sure, like all the guys coming into the gym, making this a place to be. Thanks to Kirsten as well, my girlfriend. She puts up with some amount of nonsense from me, whether it's like me like watching match footage when we're meant to be watching a film and stuff like that. I'll be like going off. She's like, "What's wrong? What's up with you?" And I'm like, "Sorry, I'm just thinking about this match. I'm thinking about jiu-jitsu or something like that. Like, what time is this?" And I'm like, "Training. It went on a bit late and stuff like that." So she puts up with a lot. She came to support me for my last one as well. That was our first time ever being at any kind of show. So, just everyone really. Tatami sponsoring me for fightwear and things like that. That's like so awesome. So appreciated. Everyone in my family as well who like supports what I do. It's not a normal thing. Really, like, going away every weekend and stuff like that, being with the team. So people put up with a lot, especially if I have to diet or something like that. Put up with me being in a weird mood. So everyone, man. And look, if you're part of my team, like, you're one of my boys. So appreciate all the boys coming down. Even like, coming down, buying it. Like I said before, Magnus is coming over from Iceland. Yeah, it's probably quicker for him to get a flight from Iceland to Glasgow than it is for us to drive from Elgin to Maryhill. You know what I mean?
It will be.
So it will be like 4 hours. So like I'm saying, we competed at the weekend, never got back till 1 a.m, 4-hour drive. Like all those guys, a few weeks ago came down and supported me. 4-hour drive down and back in the same day. So shout out to all those guys who are buying tickets to see grappling for sure. So awesome. I really love that people are coming to watch and stuff like that. That's amazing. I also shout out I've got a teammate, he's fighting Ty on this card. We could have had a few guys on this card. I suppose it's a mixed up card. It's like got grappling, MMA, Thai. So there's going to be a few guys coming out of SBG Moray from a few different disciplines soon, so you're going to see that.
Yeah. Nice. And then your own business as well. Tell us about that. So give that a shout out.
Oh yeah, so you'll see me. I'm in my room just now. Very nice decor, quite Nordic. So yeah, I do. My business is Moray Sports Massage. So I treat clients all the time for pain management and things like that, sports injuries, even just general everyday aches and pains. You don't have to be into sports to get a sports massage. What it can do for you mentally, physically, the whole lot. It's an all-encompassing thing. This has been this has been one of the best things I've ever done. To help me, I've got my own freedom now. Like, man, before I'd have to beg my boss for a weekend off. I'm fighting for a belt. Like, please, can I have Saturday off? Well, you'll need to be back to start the Sunday shift early at 6 a.m. the day after. And I'm like, well, okay, I'll do anything. So I have to rush. I used to have to beg my boss to give me time off, and I'm like, yeah. I remember. What's so funny, man, is I'd been competing, and then I'm pretty sure I went with Aiden to corner him against, I think it was Stephen Aimable, right? And somebody goes, "Excuse me, my husband is sure that he's seen you on the telly on UFC Fight Pass the other night." And I was like, "Hi, it was me. I was in the corner for Aiden against Steve Aimable." So yeah, that's been a big journey for me as well. Running my own business and obviously coaching at the gym and things like that. It's allowed all that to work really seamlessly, and it's given me a lot of things in my life.
Yeah, and you're a lot happier. I mean, now, because I know me and you spoke before when you were working for the man before, and you absolutely hated it. But obviously now you're a lot more happier. You're a lot more. Do you know what I mean? You seem to be in a different state of mind now that you're doing it for yourself.
Man, freedom. I hope that, this is one of the things I'd love to do a longer podcast with you as well, because there's so many things I could talk about, becoming your own boss and working, even if it's not working completely for yourself, working less for the man. Honestly, it's the most freeing thing. You cannot put a price on freedom. Being able for me to be able to say, I'm going down, I'm going to coach those guys. I can book my own diary, my own clients. Have that freedom. You honestly do grow so much as a person. There's people I know just now, and they're not enjoying what they're doing, I hope they're watching this. The best thing I've ever done is go, fuck it. Sorry. I'm going to take a big run and jump and a leap of faith. And honestly, that freedom you feel from doing that, knowing that it doesn't matter what you do. People used to laugh at me, what you want to do massage? Like, I'll fucking show you how good I'll be at this. You know, that's my attitude to everything. Laugh at me. Okay, we'll see who's laughing when, you know, I can decide when I'm going on holiday. 2 minutes, I'll ask my boss. Okay, he says yes. That's me. Yeah. You know what? I don't care if you want to go out and if you want to become a barber. Yeah, it doesn't matter. If you want to do that, you go be the best one that you can be, you know? Like, you've got the pen for your life, right? Why would you've got a choice. If people forget this, you do have a choice. It might not feel like it. It's like, I know you've got kids. I know everyone's got things to pay for. You know, but if you're not happy now, you're not going to be happy in 5 years. You're not going to be happy in 10 years. And you're going to wish you'd done something about it now. So what? You might be skint while you're doing your training. I remember phoning up my family members being like, can you please help me out, pay for my my college fee kind of, you know. But honestly, like, working for yourself, especially if you're not that happy at what you do, like, you know, you've got to kind of make that jump, and you will be so grateful to yourself for doing it, you know. I would encourage anyone to get into, you know, trying to work, even if it is like so many guys. I see Jax, you know, giving up a good job in the police and coaching BJJ, like, fucking awesome, man. Like, that it makes me happy to see other people do that, you know. Like, I really do enjoy seeing more and more of that. Like, who cares, you know? Like, there's loads of jobs out there. There's so many reasons people tell themselves they can't do things. But like, start finding more reasons why you can. There will always be reasons why you can't. Start talking about the reasons why you can.
Definitely. Well, listen, Kevin McAloon, King of the North, coming for that interim title on Saturday. It's going to end up being a title. It's going to end up being a title because, as I said, I'm confident that you'll go on and you'll do whatever you want to do. So, as I said, a big fan of yours. Absolutely love watching you. So, but Kevin McAloon, SBG Moray. We'll see him on Saturday night. Remember the name, guys. Remember the name. But listen, Kev,
it's hard to pronounce.
But listen, you stay safe, all right? Train well, and I'll see you Saturday, buddy, all right?
Thanks very much for your time, Stu. I'll chat to you again soon. Like I said, I would.
Yes, definitely, bro.
Take it easy, man, with the belt.
Take it easy, mate. Bye-bye.